The training school in Campo Grande, Brazil is called Ser Cris. The Brazilians came up with that name, and their idea was to bring in folks who would be trained to go back to the churches that have sent them for training to be able to minister in those churches. It's grown out of the church in Campo Grande that we were involved in being a part of the start of it. With Eugene Godot and Karen and their family as part of a mission team that went in 1980. The last Americans left in 1995. And it was in 2002 that the idea of starting this school was developed. Since that time, they've graduated 30 students from a 2-year program that is pretty intensive academically. It would be comparable in content to the 40 courses that I believe the folks take up at Sunset in Lubbock as training for ministry. And this school has the advantage of being totally operated by those Brazilian heroes of faith. And Zanata is one of the elders of the church in Campo Grande. And he, together with Alvaro Pestana, are the teachers in the training program. Alvaro is devoted to the academic part of the training, and a unique part of this program is that the practical side of preparation for ministry is also emphasized, and that's the part that Zanata leads primarily. They go to classes in the morning, study in the afternoon, and then in the evenings, and then all day Saturday and Sunday, working in establishing a church. A new congregation has been established during the period of the classes since began in 2002, that in one of the outlying areas, barrios of the city. That is I believe, a unique part of this training program. Golf Course Road has been involved since the very beginning. The provision, we provide the 2 teachers and the overhead of the facility. The school has its own building and maintains its own facility with library and classroom facilities. So there's no charge for tuition. All the living expenses are provided by the students and the churches that support them. Their dream is to not just prepare workers to go back to the churches who would send them for training supported by those churches, but to prepare leaders who could be a part of planting new churches in Brazil. The obvious thing is to pray that God would bless not just the individuals involved in the training program at Ser Cris, but the church in Brazil, to think beyond a generation that has essentially been recipients of the generosity of Christians from America and other places, but to think in terms of their own call by God to reach out to their friends and neighbors and to be the senders and not just the receivers of those blessings. So that prayer would be my hope for the churches in Brazil, and I think Ser Cris offers one of the best hopes for the development of that kind of a positive future for the churches in Brazil.